not worried. My senior Kofi Bento was saying so many things. Some of them that I had
think he landed on the point.
Imponderable objections to them, but he said plenty things. So then I forgot. But I want to say that it is unfair to say a promise to recover all loot without giving a periodization to the promise. Overhypes that promise. I think that in the lead up to the 2024 elections, we had all seen the extent to which lootings have gone on. And there was a promise that should power be won, these loots will be recovered. And there was no periodization. It was not one of those promises that the president said, in 100 days, I'm going to recover all loots. So I want to believe, and we all are reasonable people, we know that the president was minded about the fact that in trying to recover all these loots within the practice of a democracy, you are not just going there to be just seizing people's, stuffs. You are going to resort to the law and legal processes, which we all know that the processes are problematic. We know that the processes are problematic. And so, rather than appreciating or interrogating the status quo with regards to the problematic processes, we are using the problematic processes to criticize the great promise whose implementation is ongoing. I think it is unfair. We should rather call out the sometimes deliberate delays within the processes. Nobody here, your boss here, will not allow all the entire staff in media general to go on leave. Why do we have a process that allows all judges and all lawyers to go on leave at a go?
Some courts are working.
No. Some courts are working. But emergency. But generally, a preponderant majority of you guys
I've been going to court.
So how can, why? No, all these countries.
Some education.
Let me make the point. Let me make the point so they all come in. Let me make the point. I mean, I kept quiet. You like heckling me.
Prof,
you've gone and paid bribe to me.
But there's a point of correction.
You can come in. So my point is that we have a certain legal system that allows all lawyers and judges to go on leave, or a preponderant majority of them to go on leave at a go. And this fits into the delays, in our legal processes. And so my point is, it is up to us not to accept the delays and status quo as norm. Oh, that is how it is. As the axis of justice delivery system grinds slowly. And that's what we all say, without also appreciating the fact that sometimes justice delayed will be justice denied. Okay, so rather than saying oral was is an overhyped promise, I would want us to appreciate or to tell Ghanaians that, look, it was a good promise, but its implementation has been slow because of the problematic legal processes we have, as a people. And then let's begin to interrogate the legal processes and the delays, the attendant delays. Let's interrogate and make recommendations, for reform. Because like you rightly said, it's like we have not learned from how things were done in the past. I think that we must be interrogating or questioning the status quo, especially the ones that border on delay. But for me, so long as the oral processes are going on, I think we are fine. And it is important that, as I indicated earlier, with respect to Martin, it is important that we always communicate and tell the people what is being done in the drive to recover all loot. It is important that we let the people, we carry them on board. It is when we are carrying them on and we are letting them understand what is being done. And it is when we are letting them appreciate the fact that the government means well, but there are delays. Like you said, you go and speak for 30 seconds and then they adjourn the case for 3 months. And you go and speak for another 1 minute, they adjourn for. It is important that you carry Ghanaian, you feed all this information to the good people of Ghana so that when they also begin to mount pressure it shapes the conduct of judges. When the judges know that the people are now being intolerant of our delays, some of the delays, you guys are all lawyers, apart from me and my Medina Lotto forecaster.
He said now he's no longer a Lotto forecaster.
Lotto forecaster in quote. Apart from, you are all lawyers, and you know that sometimes some of the delays are deliberately occasioned. You know it.
Yes.
So please, I would favor every move at recovering the loots of Ghana. And if there are delays, and the delays are creating an impression as if nothing is being done, it is important that we feed what is practically happening, into the public domain, so that we'll be able to allow the public to also own the processes, and where they think that there are inordinate delays, they also bring a certain pressure to bear on the system. It is only when we begin to put that kind of pressure on the system that will force people from shying away from some of the sources of delays. And this is what I want to say about that. Now, I am open to your education about the leave. You are all going on leave at the same time.